Hey, what's going on? This is E from the Easy Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and you guys know I flip diabetic supplies full time, where we buy diabetic supplies from the patient or someone who has access to them, and then we buy them from them with our own cash and resell them to wholesale distributors, right? So this video is about what is the fastest way to make income with this business model. First, get your marketing out. That's all you need to focus on. This business is all marketing, so get your marketing out. You know, there's tons of different ways to market. So kind of pretty much do whatever businesses are doing to market their business and recreate that for the diabetic test strip business. So get your marketing out. Most important thing to do. That's the only way that you're gonna make money. You gotta have a consistent lead flow coming in. All right, and a lot of people drop the ball on that, but that's what you need to do. Okay. So it's just as far as marketing, do what the other businesses are doing. You got online, offline, you got paid stuff. You got a bunch of different ways to hit this thing, a bunch of different ways to get the marketing out. And sellers are coming from every different angle. So you can try different marketing techniques, and sellers are gonna come in from different angles because, they're all over the place. 10 million, 50, 30 million diabetics out there. So 1 out of 10 people have diabetes, so they're everywhere. So they're coming from different angles. Make sure that you answer your phones, be able to, get on the phone with a seller or text a seller back in a quick, in a timely manner. Even if you get on the phone, that's even better. So have that time blocked off to be able to answer people's calls or return people's calls back in a timely manner. And if you can't, that's not the end all be all. Sellers will still answer you if you respond back later, so it doesn't matter. But you want to be great in this business, get on the phones with people, answer their calls in a timely manner. Another thing is start to understand where most of the diabetics are in your city, right? Some zip codes are gonna be a little bit more, they want to do business. As far as selling the diabetic supplies and others, I teach, which kind of areas to stay around in and what kind of areas to kind of, not do too much out that in that area based on who wants to really sell this stuff and who doesn't. Obviously understand where the diabetics are, obviously online as well. And that all comes down to marketing, right? How to have another thing is have a way to get to these sellers, whether you're borrowing a car from someone or whether you're getting a ride or whether you have your own vehicle, understand, the demographic of your city, if you're picking up these supplies, what the neighborhoods look like, stuff like that. Have an understanding, so like, hey, I can go to someone's house and they can come downstairs, or whether I'm gonna meet them up the street in a public area. Have an understanding of that. Have another thing, have money ready to buy these supplies, right? $100, $10 bills, $5 bills, $1 bills, stuff like that. Because the seller's gonna have a bunch of different stuff, that we pay different amounts for. So have that money on deck. Have a bank account. Have your bank account or access to your bank account, ATM machine somewhere near where you're at. Have a certain part of the day where maybe you go and pull out a certain amount of cash for the business, and stuff like that. So understand that. Another thing is know what condition we'll buy any supplies in and expiration dates that we'll buy any supplies in. Everything's a little different, so understand that. You know what I mean? So when a seller does call you, what to tell them, how to prep them, let them know what you buy, what you don't buy, as far as expiration dates, condition, stuff like that, the particular supplies, stuff like that. We buy 50 to 100 different supplies, but there's a few out there that that we don't buy, just a few. Another thing is know what the buyers are buying, right? So the buyers that we're selling to know exactly what they're buying, so you know how to make an offer to a seller. You know what I mean? Because seller tells you, hey, I have this. You're able to go to your seller buyer sheets and be like, okay, I know this buyer buys this at this price, this, that, and the third. So you know what buyers are buying, what particular supplies. I get this question all the time from my students. Hey, who's buying this? Who's buying that? And they don't know because they haven't went through the buyer sheets. They don't know exactly like who's buying this particular supply, who's buying that particular supply. And I do tell people, I do let people know in my course who's buying what, but sometimes you guys are so busy, you guys are not going through the material and studying and stuff like that, but I get it. But for just in general for this video, know what buyers are buying. So you're able to give a seller a offer that makes sense. Have your buyer sheet ready and accessible at all times, right? Whether you got it printed out, whether you got it on your cell phone, just have it ready so you're able to make an offer to a seller. You don't gotta make an offer super fast. Sellers are cool; they'll just chill. Just tell them, hey, let me get you a quote. Take 2 minutes to go look at your buyer sheets, this and that, whether you printed them out, whether it's on your phone. But just know where that stuff is so you're able to get to that very fast and easy. Have your number ready. You need to have a phone number for people to reach out to you. Teach people, how to get a second number, so have a phone number ready so people can contact you, and you know where those phone calls are coming from and coming to, and you know how to access that number to answer the phone or answer text messages. Have your packing supplies ready. So once you buy these supplies, you want to sell to the buyers. We have to pack this stuff up to the buyers. Make sure you have all your packing supplies ready to go. Tape, boxes, whatever you need. Have that stuff ready to go. So you're ready to pack that stuff up and ship it to the buyer so you can get paid, right? Have your invoicing software or whatever you're going to use to invoice buyers. Same thing. We're packing the supplies up, ship it to the buyer, but obviously we know we have to do some documentation stuff to get the buyer to pay us. So we need to have those supplies written down on some type of invoice software, this and the third, the price that the buyer's paying. Have that stuff ready, so ready to go. Know what post office you're gonna go to, right? Know exactly what post office you're gonna go to in your city or whatever, so you're not scrambling for that. Know the times that they're open, times that they're closed, right? And the days that they're open. And have a way for the buyers to contact you. Make sure you have a way for the buyers to contact you and you're able to answer them and stuff like that in a timely manner. Because when you send the supplies to them, they want to contact you, let you know, hey, everything looks good, how do we pay you, this, that, and the third. Another thing is have a way for the buyer to pay you. That's another thing. You want to have some type of bank account, Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, whatever. Have that set up, ready to go. So when the buyer wants to pay you, they're able to pay you out. And yeah, that looks like that's pretty much it. All right, guys. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. I have a course. Book a call with me down below. If you go on my website and something's wrong with it, it's probably because we're switching platforms. So text me at the phone number. We'll get you up and running, all right? And my course comes with a mentorship, so you have me, coaching you through the whole process as well as my course as well. All right, peace.